Yo! So the other day I told you guys that we were doing a 2018 Ultimate Bass Gear giveaway for Scott's Bass Lessons, our way of saying thank you to the entire bass community for being, you know, supportive of what we're doing, but also supportive of the entire global online bass community that I think is one of the coolest online communities and really deserves a huge high five. Hopefully we're giving you that at Scott's Bass Lessons by putting this giveaway together for you. You can win this Federa Matt Garrison signature. But today I'm also going to show you the bass rig that you can win. And the cool thing is that this here Mike Pope preamp, which is, it's got to be one of the coolest bass preamps I've ever tried. This bass preamp, the bass rig that I'm going to show you today, that I haven't even unboxed yet. I'm going to unbox it and then try it in front of you guys. This bass rig, the preamp of that was also designed by Mike Pope. It's like, it was like this was meant to be. We've got a head, and we've also got a cab, but let me move you back a bit. Oh. Now I've actually got a pretty cool story to tell about the guy who designed the preamp in this. It kind of goes back to when I bought my first Federa, which was, how old was I? I'll have been about 24. Let me grab this. So this isn't the first Federa I bought, but this is like the first Federa I bought. I bought a Matt Garrison signature back in 2000 and I can't remember, many moons ago. And I absolutely loved the bass and absolutely loved the preamp in it. Like, the preamp just freaked me out. So a few years after, I ended up actually emailing Mike Pope. I've got no idea, Mike Pope probably wouldn't even remember this. I emailed Mike Pope. Mike was super cool. He talked to me via email. He told me the specific frequencies that he was using on the Federa preamp, and etc, etc. And I suppose my message is that I have got overall huge love for Mike Pope, because not only does he design badass preamps, he's also a phenomenal bass player. Okay, so we've got stuff. I don't think this was meant to be in there. It says oil and filter change, rear brake service. So you can only imagine how excited I was when I found out that Mike Pope had actually designed the preamp that was in this bad boy. And I've got to say, whoa, it's big, but it's light. So these little monkeys are from a company called Trickfish. Trickfish. I've been busting to try out one of these simply because Mike Pope was the guy behind the preamp. Why not, right? I've got to say, I also love the name Bullhead. I don't know why I love it, it's Bullhead. Just Bullhead. Want a bit of Bullhead? Just to be totally transparent, I've not read much about this online, but just looking at it, I kind of know sort of like it's got like Mike Pope-esque things about it happening here. I've got to say, I love the old school dials. I kind of want some of these on my P-bass. Anyway, we've got gain, bass, low mid, high mid, treble, and master. But the Mike Pope Mike Pope-esque things about it are these little switches up here. Now we've also got a cab as well. Let me just, ooh, so hot in here. Can you see the sweat on my forehead? Any bald men out there will know that hair not only, you know, gives you so you can have cool do's, it kind of like when you get a sweaty head, all the sweat stays in your hair. It like protects you. When you're bald, all the sweat just like pours down your face like Niagara Falls and ends up in your eyes. Any bald guys out there that are gig, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, because when you're gigging, if you're sweating, all the blowing sweat goes in your eyes. Oh! I was playing in Umbria Jazz Festival once over in Italy, very nice place, and it was absolutely scorching over there. So, and I was really suffering with this head Niagara Fall-y type sweat thing going on. And to stop that happening, I thought it was a great idea to spray my entire head with antiperspirant. If you're thinking of doing the same, do not do that, because I almost ended up passing out on stage. It turns out your head needs to sweat to get rid of excess heat. You'd think I'd probably have known that, right, before I did it? I didn't. Thank God somebody has put a blooming handle in the top of a cab. Why is it taking so long for somebody to do this? I could walk to the gig with it. I'm going to plug this in obviously and let you guys check it out and see what I think about the vibes. Initially out the box, this thing sounds absolutely bang on. As I said, it's super simple EQ, gain, bass, low, mid, high, mid, treble. And then the master, when you plug in, obviously, oh, there's a little high, low input there as well. I've got this on high. When you plug into something like this, obviously you want to get your gain structure right, so you play like this, you turn up that the gain, until you hit the red. I'm hitting the red there, I'm just making it clip there. So I might want to back that off slightly if I want a bit more headroom when I start kicking in. Actually, I'll put the bass in there a little bit anyway. So let's just start off with that. Let's bring up the master. Super loud. As I was saying before, guys, the kind of the magic behind this amp, I feel, is that each one of these, the bass, the mid, the high mid and the treble, each one of these EQ controls here, you can actually switch what frequency you are boosting and cutting, which means it's effectively like you can make loads of customizable EQs out of it. And this is what the Federa does have on the mid EQ. I think it's on the mid, and it's something I really loved about the EQ on my old Federa and this Federa. But on this, it's kind of like turbocharged because you can do it on each one of the actual. For instance, here on the bass, it's like 40 hertz or 80 hertz. I always have it on 80 because it means when you dial in that bass. Now, you're not going to be able to get any of this because you just watch it on YouTube, right? But on a gig, that when you dial in and it's like on 80 hertz, that's the frequency that I was emailing Mike Pope about. I was like, what is that? And he was like, oh, it's this thing. Obviously on the low mid, if you wanted to cut, say you were going for like a more of a slap thing, then you might want to, we've got either 333 or 473. Let's put it on 473. If I scoop it right out, let's go. It's going to give us a. Whereas if it was on 333 hertz, different vibe, right? I would prefer it on the 473. And then you get that on the high mid, you get on the treble as well. So it really is super customizable and just badass. And the cab itself, as I said, like I can't project how loud and pokey it is with you guys obviously here, but it really is super loud, really pokey. Awesome little rig this, guys. I think this looks like a 12. Let me just have a look around the back. Is it a 12? Yeah, it's a 12, it's a 12. Hey guys, I'm just editing this video down. I just realised I actually forgot to tell you about the power ratings of this here sexy amp. It is 500 watts at 8 ohms, 700 watts at 4 ohms. And this head, it's the 0.5 head if you want to check it out online. But before you check it out online, guys, make sure that you get in the SBL 2018 Ultimate Bass Gear giveaway where you can win this here Federa bass. I'm weeping inside saying this. I love this bass so much. Woo, look at that. So nice. And this Trickfish Bull Head 0.5K head and this cab here, and on top of that we're also adding some more prizes later on this week. But get in on the giveaway right now. All you need to do is click the link below, it'll take you through to the page, follow the instructions, and you will be in with a chance to win this and all the pedals that we're going to be throwing in and all the straps and stuff like that, all of it. We've got so many prizes, everybody has a chance of winning, so get in on this before it's too late. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you in the shed.